Hi and welcome to my channel. So apprenticeships are currently the best way for you to work or study in the UK. The reason for this is that the UK government is massively pushing on more employers to recruit apprentices rather than say students or simply workers. And also many employers are currently recruiting apprentices because this is funded by the government. So there's a central funding that the government has, which as an employer, you're simply taking money from that funding rather than use your own money, from your own, obviously, budget. And as you know, as a business, this is something that is huge. So if you're watching this right now, it doesn't matter whether you're in the UK, but most importantly, if you're already out of the UK or, you want to be considering apprenticeships, because this is the best way going forward. And in case you're wondering, by the way, about visa sponsorship and things, it's not an issue because it is all about competence. The best candidate gets the job. And yes, I have done 2 apprenticeships in the UK and also while on visa sponsorship. So like I say, this is not something that is an issue. And if you're competent, you should be putting yourself forward. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I hope that you're finding these videos helpful, you're finding the information helpful, and that you're actually implementing. So do leave a comment in the comment section below. Are you interested in any apprenticeship in the UK? If so, which apprenticeship have you applied? What feedback have you got? Do you have what they need? So again, if you haven't joined the family, take this opportunity now to hit the subscribe button so you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here, because I'm on a mission to make sure that you're aware of the best opportunities that the UK brings, so that you're not only like scratching the surface and kind of like scrounging, but you're actually making the most of the best opportunities, obviously, that are here for you and I. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the requirements for apprenticeships in the UK. So if you want to get an apprenticeship ASAP, what should you be looking out for? What are the requirements and how should you prepare yourself such that when that opportunity comes up, which by the way, they're always available, you are chosen. I also have a free newsletter. I've dropped a link in the comment section below where I send information about free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK or switch your visa if you're already in this amazing country, without spending millions of money, spending thousands of pounds without even knowing whether you're going to get a job or not. And many people obviously are currently frustrated in the UK. They've paid huge amounts of money, but they've got no job. So if you're watching my videos, you don't want to find yourself in that situation. So if you join my newsletter, which is completely free, by the way, I send that info directly to your inbox. Career progression opportunities. I'm passionate about career progression because I started my own UK journey as a carer, then studied nursing, progressed to becoming an advanced nurse practitioner with the most senior clinical nursing position. And like I've said, I have done 2 apprenticeships in the last 7 years. So the things that I'm sharing with you is not about hearsay. It's not things that I've read or regurgitated information from other YouTube videos. This is something that I have lived and experienced, and I have seen firsthand the advantages that these opportunities bring. And so that's why I take my time to share these opportunities with yourself. So you're also going to find my contact on there. If you check the comment section below, do get in contact with me ASAP so that you can make the most of these opportunities, whether you're watching this video on behalf of your relatives, your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, it doesn't matter, but you need to share this info with them and make sure that they are aware of these opportunities. So if you're looking for apprenticeships, what is the first thing you should be thinking about in terms of requirements? The first thing you need to decide is, which apprenticeship do you want? What apprenticeship are you interested in? What is your interest? What are your skills? What is your experience? And the best thing about apprenticeships is that you don't need to worry about prior experience, because the whole thing about an apprenticeship, by the way, is that you're being introduced into that career, is that you are coming into that profession to learn, and then to study to get that certification. So you don't need to worry about, oh, I haven't got a degree, or I haven't got this, I haven't got that. No, because it's entry level. Also, by the way, if you check the description box below or the about section of this channel, you're going to see a link to my private coaching program, because I can give you that one-to-one personalized and tailored guidance in order to get these apprenticeships in the UK. So free visa sponsorship opportunities, you're applying for jobs, carer jobs, nursing jobs, teaching jobs in the UK, nanny jobs, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, how do I put myself forward so I'm the best candidate I can offer you? that personalized guidance. And let me put this straight, my coaching program is not for people who don't want to work. It is for people who are interested in being part of the process, because it is not a passive process. You need to put in the effort in order to get legit jobs from legit UK employers, where when you get a job, you know that yes, you do have a job. It's not a matter of just wondering whether yes, now I've got a job, but what am I going to do? Am I going to get working hours? What's going to happen? Can I move with a family? Can I switch? There's none of that. So be ready to do the work, but you're going to get that guidance with your CV, one-to-one preparation, when it comes to interviews, interview questions, what are the best opportunities? How do you progress? You're a qualified nurse, for example. You want to get into nursing apprenticeships as well. They've got those. So again, I'm really hoping that if you're watching this video right now, then that's going to be perfect for you. You definitely need to reach out to make sure that you get started on this journey. So like I've said, if you like this content, by the way, just hit the like button. It lets me know that you enjoy content like this and I should do more, because I'm more than happy for you to leave any recommendations in the comment section on things that you want more videos about, more information about. But like I've said, if you got any questions that you're concerned about, do message me privately, and I'm more than happy, obviously, to reply to you and to get back to you as and when I'm able to do so. So when you decide on the type of apprenticeship, that's the first thing. Then the next thing is, and by the way, with apprenticeships, you need to be aware that you're going to be working and studying at the same time. So you've got to be available full time, because this is not going to be something that is part time. So basically what happens is that 7.5 hours a week that you're doing, so that's full-time equivalent. 30 hours you're going to be going to work, whatever job you decide that you're going to be doing the apprenticeship on, you'll be working 30 hours per week. And then the remaining 7.5 hours per week, you'll be going to university or to college. It will be time for your academic work. So it doesn't matter whether it's university, college, but that's kind of what it's going to look like. So you need to make sure that as a requirement, you're able to fulfill that part of it. So you've got to be able to work full-time or dedicate full-time equivalent in order for you to do the apprenticeship. So that is a requirement, obviously, because if you're somebody who is like, oh, I'm very busy, I haven't got time, I only want to do 1 day a week or 2 days a week, it's not going to work. Apprenticeships are full-time, because you need that clinical component, obviously, or the practical component, by the way, as well as the academic component. So that's another thing that you need. You also need to make sure that, you understand the qualifications for the specific course that you're going for. For example, if you're doing an apprenticeship in nursing, which means that you're going to become a qualified nurse at the end of it, you need to ensure that you have those normal requirements that would be needed, to get into a nursing course, if you were not going through the apprenticeship route. So that's, again, something that is very, very important to think about when you're doing an apprenticeship. And that's why it can take a lot of effort, and it takes a lot of time, actually, in order to find the specific requirements for each apprenticeship, because at the end of the day, each one is different. So no two apprenticeships are the same. Each apprenticeship has its own specific requirements. For example, I've shared loads of apprenticeship opportunities on this channel, even IT jobs and courses. I've shared recently on social work. So the UK is currently recruiting hundreds and hundreds of apprentices to train to become qualified social workers. This is something that is amazing, because for you to study and become a social worker in the UK, it is normally very expensive and it's a very time-consuming process. I've also shared opportunities for apprenticeships, to get into nursing. Again, as you know, it is very expensive, time-consuming, and difficult to join the nursing and midwifery register. But if you do this apprenticeship, you get automatic registration with these professional bodies. And next year, that's 2024, the UK is starting the first cohort of apprentices to become medical doctors. So these are opportunities that you should be putting yourself forward for, because if you're simply working and not doing an apprenticeship, you're losing out, because you're not getting any qualification at the end of it. You're simply working. If you're going to uni, you're losing that practical side of it, because you're only studying, obviously. So at the end of the day, when you finish studying, they're going to say to you, Melvis, we want 3 years of experience before you can get this job. And somebody who is coming out with an apprenticeship is going to say, look, of course, I've got the experience because I've done an apprenticeship for 3 years, 4 years. So that counts as experience. But if you've paid your own tuition fees and gone directly to university, you will come out with the same degree, obviously, but getting a job is going to be tough because you've got no experience. And that is why if you look at many professional jobs now, employers are asking for experience, which means that if you've gone directly to university and studied, you're not going to meet the criteria. And so you see candidates saying, oh, where did I expect me to get experience from? Well, that's why apprenticeships are the top notch to have right now. Yes, it takes a lot of effort to get one. They are highly competitive, but you cannot justify the fact that they're going to pay your fees. Like, it is well worth it. Like, putting in that effort to get an apprenticeship is something that is mind blowing. I've got people in my coaching program, for example, that are studying nursing. Some people are being paid up to £27,000 per year to study nursing, and their employer is paying their tuition fees. And I've got other people in my coaching program that are paying £20,000 per year to study nursing at the same time. So as you can see, there's a lot of variation, and depending on how much effort you put in, but most importantly, how much information you have, that's what is going to determine the pathway that you're going to take. So the effort that you need to get an apprenticeship is nothing compared to how much money you're going to save on unnecessary tuition fees, and also being paid at the same time. And also remember that when you're on a student visa, or if you're studying the course directly, not only are you paying, if it's a course that has a practical component like nursing, you're going to be doing that as well. And then many of us have families where even if you're studying, you still need to cater for your family. So you're going to be working additional hours. It's very difficult. If you're doing it, just paying for it yourself. It's not about you can afford it. It's not about having money to afford it. It's more about going through the best pathway to get the best opportunities. So again, do share this video with your friends, loved ones, colleagues, so that they're aware of these opportunities. Again, those are like the basic requirements that you need to make sure that you have in order to get started with an apprenticeship. But like I've said, this is more generic information. If you want information about specific apprenticeships, because like I said, there are hundreds and thousands of apprenticeships, then it needs to be really specific and tailored to that. If you need my tailored, individualized one-to-one guidance, then like I said, consider checking out my private coaching program, which I've dropped a link on the description box below, or the about section of this channel, and you're going to find that information. When you join the program, you have instant access to different apprenticeships in IT, in healthcare, teaching, visa sponsorship opportunities for teaching jobs, nanny jobs, carer jobs, nursing jobs, temporary UK visas, seasonal worker visas. There's extensive information in the program, and so it's up to you. I'm going to then guide you for you to decide ultimately on which of those opportunities you want to pursue, and whether you need visa sponsorship or not, to be in the UK. Like I said, it doesn't matter, because personally, I have done 2 apprenticeships. So these are things that I've gone through myself. I'm sharing with you, the journey that I have had myself. And so you need to put yourself forward for these opportunities. You don't need to pay to apply for these jobs. So there's no reason, there is no excuse why you're not applying, why you're not putting yourself forward for these amazing opportunities to be funded so that you can study at the same time. Because having experience without qualifications is not the best, as well as having qualifications without experience isn't the best. So the apprenticeship, you get the best of both worlds. You're getting half and half, which just makes you a perfect candidate for any job. With the apprenticeships that I've done with my nursing degree and experience, if I apply for any job, I know 100% before I ever get to the interview or apply that I'm going to get the job. There's very little competition as far as I'm concerned, because when you've got that experience and you're confident about your knowledge and experience, you've learned very well about your job, you go there confidently, and that's how you progress. You work less, you earn more money, your journey is more satisfying. Because if you're in the UK, you need to be making the most of the opportunities that this country brings. Otherwise, you're wasting opportunities. You're going to feel so deflated at the end of the day. But that's not because of anyone else's fault. It's because you should be taking these opportunities. You should be putting yourself forward. You should be pushing yourself, because look, it's tough. It's not easy to go through these processes. But that is what you need. That is really what you need. So again, what do you think about these opportunities? Do put yourself forward. Get in contact with me if you need any personalized guidance, if you've got any questions. Also check the comment section. Like I said, join the newsletter, and make sure that you are implementing all of this, because I need your word. I need that implementation from you. It's not just another YouTube video where you watch and do nothing. You need to implement. I appreciate your time, and check out this other video that I've linked up specially for you with more opportunities in this beautiful country, the UK. Check this out.